Okay, so about 5 or 6 nights ago, I couldn't sleep. I mean, I tossed and I turned, and it's about 1:30 a.m. I mean, I was tired, but I just couldn't doze off. I just couldn't cross that threshold into La La Land. So, at 1:30 a.m., I did what any self-respecting pipe smoker with insomnia would do. I went to my pipe collection and I began to play with my pipes. Yes, and if ever there was a period in my life where sleeplessness was actually productive, it was this occasion. Because in my failure to sleep, I began to wonder to myself, gee, I wonder what this pipe would look with that stem, or that pipe with this stem. And I paid particular attention to my Boswell pipes because, after all, I own half the Boswell jumbos in all of North America, and I began to fiddle with them. And I began to interchange stems and bowls, and I came up with a wonderful and a wonderfully beautiful discovery. Now, that being said, let me welcome you to this week's edition of Friday Night Pipes. I'm your host, Pipe Lawyer, coming to you from the Sanctuary here in Atlanta. And usually I build up, drama to showing this week's MVPs. But instead, this week I'm going to show you the MVPs before I began tinkering with them. Okay? Here you go. This is them. Okay, and you've seen all these pipes before. There's a Boswell Freehand. There's the Boswell Chocolate Pipe, which is the first Boswell I ever purchased. And here is my Boswell Jumbo Umpal. Okay? So, there you have it, this week's MVPs. Alright? Right, ready, and quick. So, that being said and shown, I began to tinker and interchange pipes and stems. And I discovered, which I kind of knew already, that even though a pipe by Boswell may be classified as a jumbo, it does not necessarily mean that the stem from that jumbo pipe will fit another Boswell jumbo pipe. The word jumbo is kind of a misnomer, because you have kind of small jumbos and large jumbos. But in any event, so I took this pipe, which has the green saddle stem, acrylic, and I took this pipe, which is my chocolate pipe, with a cream-colored full bent saddle stem, and I thought to myself, I wonder, and this took a few tries because I had to find jumbos that were compatible in, I guess, shank size, to where the stems would fit snugly, rather than, too loose or, too tight. And finally, I came upon this combination, and, I could tell that I was pleased with them because I said to myself, if these pipes had shown up with these stems originally on the Pipes for Sale page on Boswell's that Thursday morning, I still would have gotten them, because I thought they would have been just as beautiful. So I interchanged those two stems, and this is what I got. My chocolate pipe is now my evergreen pipe. There you go. Beautiful dark brown walnut stain with the rustication on the bottom of the egg-shaped bowl. And now I have it fitted with the evergreen saddle stem from the Paul. Very, very nice. I think I'm going to keep it this way. And look, it hangs just as nice. Looks great. Thank goodness for insomnia and pipe collections. And now, I took the original stem from that pipe and put it on the Paul. And this, dear friends, is what I came up with. Oh, yeah. This is even more beautiful. I'm thoroughly pleased with that. Okay? Very, very nice. Absolutely gorgeous. But I still couldn't sleep. In fact, now my condition was worse because now I was so excited about essentially having 2 new pipes just because I switched stems. So now I was wide awake. I mean, there was, I had to keep going. And when that happens, my Type A side comes out, and I said, well, I wonder what other pipes I can mess with here. Well, you remember this pipe? My Jumbo Boswell freehand? Yes. Well, this pipe I sent back to Boswell's because it came with this stem originally. See that freehand golden colored stem? Beautiful, soft gold. And this pipe, or this stem, came with this pipe originally. And I sent it back to Boswell's because it was too long. I mean, I tried to live with it. I tried to accept it, but it was too long, and it created too much torque. It would actually hurt my jaw. So I sent it back to Boswell's. I said, look, just give me a nice cream-colored stem to contrast with the brown and the rustication. And they sent me this, a shorter stem, same bent, about a 1/8 inch bent, but shorter, more compact, still freehand style. And this hangs beautifully. Now this pipe was perfectly balanced. Fit beautifully on either side. Okay? Sorry with that. So they sent me this pipe with this replacement stem, again, all Boswell. Dan and Jim were very gracious. And they sent me along with it the original stem that came with it, which was 1/8 bent, just like this cream-colored stem. So I began to think, I don't have a pipe for this stem now. And I fit this essentially straight stem into this pipe. But it wouldn't hang because this stem was only 1/8 bent, whereas this required a full bend. Now, it's kind of confusing, I know. But I thought to myself, well, Craig Kelly, who runs the pipe department over at Edwards Pipe and Tobacco Shop in Buckhead, he told me a few days before that that in addition to cleaning pipes and reaming them and giving them a good buff and so forth, that he knew how to bend pipe stems or make them straight. You take a couple of pipe cleaners, moisten them, stick them inside the pipe stem, and then you, through a soft flame or something, heat up that part of the stem that should bend. Okay, so that being said, I finally get to sleep. Okay, the next day off I have from work, I go to Edwards Pipe and Tobacco Shop with this pipe in hand and this stem and this stem, and I walk into Edwards Pipe and Tobacco Shop and I say, to Mr. Kelly, I explained to him what I just explained to you. I said, look, I'm perfectly happy with this stem, but if you can bend this stem because this stem fits this shank or this shank hole perfectly, but it's not bent, so it won't work. If you can bend this stem to where it'll work with this pipe, I'd be much obliged. And he said, well, okay, I'll take a look at it. So I gave it to him, went across the street to Five Guys, and had lunch. And I figured to myself, I'm perfectly happy with this cream-colored stem here. Okay? I figured, this stem, it may shatter, it may melt, it may, whatever. So if I lost it, that's fine. Like I said, I'm perfectly happy with this. So I get done with lunch, and I walk back across the street, a belly full of cheeseburger and fries, and he comes to me with this pipe, but not with this stem. You see, because apparently Craig Kelly knew what he was talking about, and so doing, Craig Kelly performed pipe magic. When I walked back into Edward's Pipe and Tobacco Shop, he presented me with this week's MVP. Behold now what is now the golden-stemmed Boswell Jumbo Oompal in its new glory. Yes, he took that stem that it came with this pipe originally and bent it, and there's no alteration marks at all. No heat marks, nothing. I mean, I was blown away. I was blown away. And it contrasts perfectly with the burnt autumn finish of the pipe. I mean, and it hangs. It hangs like nobody's business. I mean, that's just. I mean, I was seriously, blown away. No marks on it. No scratches, no melting, nothing. And this, he made it look like an all original. It's all these stems and bowls are all Boswell. There's nothing here that's not Boswell. He just took a Boswell stem and bent it and made this pipe look like it came this way from the Boswell shop, like JM had made it exactly this way. And I'm blown away. Beautiful. Hangs gorgeous. Yeah. I'm not sure you can see it good, but so now I have interchangeability. So I present to you this week's MVPs in restemmed glory. There you have it. My evergreen Boswell Jumbo, my golden Boswell Jumbo Oompal, and of course the Boswell Jumbo Freehand. And there you have it, this week's MVPs after a long, convoluted explanation and history. It's like an opening statement in a jury trial, goodness gracious. I'm sorry, I just get excited about these things. So, there you have it. Restemmed glory. Look at that. I really like the way that green stem turned out. And I am just thrilled. with this golden stem beauty. Until next time, this is Pipeler saying cheers, and as always, remember, I'll present the evidence, but you be the judge. Take care, good night, and God bless.